All right. Well, as promised, we're going to do Kingdom's New Lands now. We're all set to do Kingdom's New Lands, which is the next version. This is the game that I fell in love with. This was the game that I got obsessed with. Now, again, the goal here on Kingdom's New Lands is how long can you survive? But it's a lot more complex, and there's a lot more involved, and it's a lot more fun, and it's a lot more challenging, and hopefully it'll be a lot more entertaining for you as well. So we're going to go ahead and launch Kingdom's New Lands, and we'll get right to it as the new game is about to begin. Are you ready? Sure you are. Why not? And I realized in the last setup, for some reason, my mic was working, my body mic, my lav mic, but the audio from the game was not working, and so I decided to use my built-in webcam microphone so you could actually hear the music and the settings of the game, because it sounds good. So here we go. Brand new game. Solitary King carries the crown to a new land. All right, so here we go. You're king and you got your crown. Same setup. And there I am on my little pink horse again. And a little loud. And once again, the Kingdom logo disintegrates, giving you that foreboding sense of doom that you should be feeling, knowing that the greed's going to come and kill you eventually. Now, you see this little guide here. Remember in the original version of the game, we had like a little Tinkerbell kind of sparkly thing. Now we have, she's supposed to be like the ghost of monarchs past. And they get you started on the game, just like in Kingdom Classic. You do what they tell you. You don't have a choice. Later on, if you're an expert player, you'll be able to bypass this. But you got to do what the game guide tells you to do. So we've hired one archer. We've hired one builder. And now they're going to tell us to build a wall, which, again, my strategy isn't necessarily to build a wall right at the beginning, but I don't want to upset the apple cart, and I just want to get through the guide thing because it gets very annoying. Now it's going to tell me to recruit. Fine, I'll recruit. And I'll recruit one more while I'm here, and then it'll tell me to come back over here and make one of them an archer. Oh, bowman. And then, come on, buddy. See, I just gave you a coin to give you a job, and you'd show a little initiative, I would think. Honestly. Oh, now you see. Yeah, he's excited. And now you see build, expand, defend. And that's all the instruction you get. Build, expand, defend. And that's it. And that's really all you need. Thank you, lady. So now we start setting up our kingdom. We've got our builder. We've got our archer over here. And again, we're going to start clearing trees so that we can expand our hunting ground here. That will be worth it. And as the trees come down, it's interesting there's no music. Hold on, I love the music in this game, and I want to. Oh, there's music on the title screen here, but I want to make sure we get. Whoops! I just changed the language. Let's stick with English. I'm going to make the music louder than the sounds. All right, let's get back to it. Oh, but they're not playing any music right now at this part of the game. Interesting choice. Not one I would have gone with, and I'm not a game designer. What can I tell you? Nor will I ever be. All right, let's get another builder, because he ain't going fast enough for my taste. And let's recruit another dude to be a builder. Oh, we got two good dudes ready to be recruited. Go, go. Get a job. Get a job. Become a productive member of my kingdom. Stop living off the land. God did not intend you to be a criminal vagrant. He intended you to do something. All right, so now you see the peddler. You don't have to pay the peddler any money in this in Kingdom's New Lands. It's much better. Much better version of the game here. Why do I have that message from StreamYard coming up here? I think if I go there, oh, interesting. So my peddler will give the money, and I don't need to pay him anything until the next morning. I see a bad moon rising here. I want to get that gold that was left. I'm afraid the greed already took. I think I left a piece of gold on the ground there, and that's not good. But it's okay. It's just day one. And also, let me show you one other thing here while we wait for the daybreak. See in the lower left-hand corner of the menu here, you see a map. You see, I have a shipwreck, and I am on a little island there. That's the difference between Kingdom Classic and Kingdom New Lands. As you can well imagine, you can see there's clouds all around here, right? You see the clouds? Those are the new lands that we're going to discover. What we need to do first, though, is we need to find our shipwreck, and we need to repair our ship. This is the fun of this game. And this is what makes New Land so much, I mean, like, infinitely better than Kingdom Classic. All right. Also, this suspenseful music is beyond brilliant. All right, now we're just playing a waiting game here. Waiting for the sunrise. We can't really do much until sunrise. I mean, we could, but I'm wanting to get the money from my peddler. There you go. It's sunrise, it's day 2, and then I do 1 coin, and the peddler will go now back to his little merchant dwelling, and then he'll come back at the end of the day with money that starts me on the next day. Now, that's good because it's free money, and who doesn't want free money? It's not free, but it just takes 1 gold coin to activate, and we like that. So now I'm heading back this way where I started, and I'm going to see what's on the west side of the island. Basically, after your first day setting up camp, and you can even do this on your first day if you want, you just start heading out one direction or the other, and you see the entire lay of the land. Also, in Kingdom New Lands, you've got these little chests of gold that are hiding and waiting for you, again, just to get you started. Because in the first few days, it's hard to have cash flow. And what have we learned about this game? Cash flow is king. All right. You'll also notice that I'm taking breaks to graze whenever I possibly can, because the stamina on your very first mount is not great. Now this little signpost is interesting. What does this do for me? Let's go ahead and put some gold in there. And you see the little map now is over my head. What does that do? Well, so far nothing, but you'll see. Now that I've unlocked my little signpost and I've gotten a little map in my head, as soon as I build my ship, I'm going to be able to go places. But more on that later. All right, we've also gone to the end of the island, and unlike Kingdom Classic, you can see here, instead of a mountain on this end of the island, I've got a dock. A dock, that's intriguing, ain't it? More on that later. But it's not landlocked. We've got water. We're in an island. Again, a Kingdom Classic, you had a mountain on both sides. Now, there's 2 interesting things about this. If you'll notice, as we were just... I'll keep talking. I'll keep playing while I talk. This is silly. As we just made it all the way to the end of the island, we didn't pass any portals. Remember, those portals spawn the greed that come and attack you every night. But there weren't any, were there? As I made it all the way to the farthest point on the west side of the island. This is random. Sometimes it's the farthest point on the east side of the island, on this first island you start on. But we didn't have any portals, and we have nothing but a dock and the open sea on the far west. What that means is, this is a game changer with Kingdom New Lands versus Kingdom Classic. What that means is we will not get attacked ever from the west side of this first island, because there's no portal. There's nowhere for the greed to spawn from. So I don't have to worry about building up my defenses on one side of this island. Now, as the game progresses and we get more advanced on other parts of the lands, that won't be the case. That's just an advantage on this first island, but it is a great advantage because now all I've got to focus on in terms of my defenses are the east side over here. I've also learned that I had 2 chests of gold. I've gone ahead and acquired the gold in those chests, and I've done some recruiting on the camp over there. But there's really nothing else that I need to worry about on the west side of the island. You can see we just got attacked tonight. I've also already spawned this little scythe merchant here, which is good too, because now that I know I'm not going to get attacked on this side of the island ever, I can put my farm outside of the walls of my kingdom. Remember, in Kingdom Classic, if you watched our first playthrough, you'll remember that I specifically, let me hide this because this is annoying me and I'm sure it's annoying you. I specifically only wanted to build farms within my kingdom's walls so my farmers could be protected from the attacks each night. But knowing now that on the west side of the island, I'm not going to get attacked, well, this gives me the license to go ahead and build a farm here and they'll be safe. That's huge. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up this farm so the farmers can live there. And farming is cash flow, and cash flow is king. Say it with me, cash flow is king. So on that side of the island, or on that side of my kingdom, I should say, I'm going to be able to have cash flow from my farms, and I'm also going to have cash flow from my hunters because there is absolutely nothing, there's no wall built around my farm, so my hunters can just continue hunting around the farm. They'll continue to spawn rabbits and deer and things like that. All right, so I just paid for some scythes over there. So those 2 recruits are going to become farmers. And here's my shipwreck on the east side of the island. More on the shipwreck later. We'll get to it in a minute. There's no rush. Let me keep recruiting and keep getting my farmers and archers going. And while we're at it, let's see what's over here on the farthest portions of the eastern side of the island. Started a little late, so I don't know how far. Oh, well, there it is. That's the end. Here we have a mountain. All right, so this is where the greed comes from every night. There's no portal. It's just coming from the mountain on the east side. Let me graze a little bit here because I don't want to get stuck in the forest without energy. So that's all that's on this island. That little signpost we saw, the mountain, the shipwreck, and some recruiting camps, and that's it. Excuse me. There's no gods for archery like in Kingdom Classic that I have to pay tribute to. There's nothing, right? So the fact that there's nothing else going on here, you know what? I don't need that many farmers. The fact that there's nothing else going on here tells me that my goal should be to get off this island as soon as possible. Oh, look at this guy. I talked about him yesterday when we were streaming, I shouldn't say yesterday, but when we were streaming Kingdom Classic, I was telling you about this guy. He's the banker. Once you build your kingdom up to this place where you've got your sort of wooden sort of lodge here, you get a banker. And look what happens. I can give him gold, and he's going to put it away in the, it's nightfall. So he goes away at nightfall. Tomorrow morning, I'll show you him, and I'll show you what he can do for you. But remember how in Kingdom Classic, if you watch that stream that we did, that playthrough, you'll remember that we ran out of places for our gold. Our gold was like, overflowing, right? And we had nowhere to put it. Obviously, I clicked to a different window. The developers recognized that was a bit of a flaw, and so they've added this banker option where you can store your money. So knowing that I'm not going to get attacked on the east side of the west side of the island here, I'm going to go out at nightfall, and I'm going to, there's my 2 farmers already. There's a recruit coming in because I had left a piece of gold out there. I'm going to go ahead and recruit out here and get me some more archers and farmers going. I'm not going to over recruit on this island because, again, the goal right now that I realize there's nothing else here, is to just get off as soon as possible. And that means repairing the shipwreck. that's what we're going to start doing first thing in the morning. Well, maybe not first thing, because it looks like my recruitment camp is further out than I remembered. So we're going to get sunrise on our way back. There's that signpost that we've already paid tribute to. All right, it's day 4. Just so you know, when I do a speed run of this game, and we will be doing speed runs of this game, that's right, you can do a Kingdom speed run. I was getting so many comments from my friends yesterday about, this beast of a gaming computer, which is gorgeous. All hail my brother-in-law, Christopher, for designing this, along with my wife, Meredith, his sister. The fact that I've got this incredible overkill of a gaming computer to play Kingdoms. Trust me, we're going to be playing some other games, some more intense games. I plan on playing Skyrim. I plan on playing Dragon Age, which are 2 of my favorite fantasy RPG games. Also Mass Effect. I'm an RPG guy. I really like playing RPGs. I also like the Tom Clancy Ghost Recon series, specifically the one that's set in Bolivia. I love that game, and I really got proficient on it. Pre-COVID, actually. Most people got proficient on video games during COVID because there was nothing else to do. But I actually played that game, the hell out of that game, Ghost Recon, the Bolivia version, pre-COVID. My COVID games were Mass Effect. I had never played Mass Effect before. And when COVID hit, I said, all right, this is a good time to learn a new game and get obsessed with the new game. So I played through twice, actually, the full Mass Effect series. And should I start the shipwreck now? I think I'm going to wait one more morning for the shipwreck. Sorry, dudes. If you were hoping for the shipwreck, and I'll get to the shipwreck tomorrow. I had never played Mass Effect, and my family, Meredith's family, from dad to sister to brother, it's a great gaming family. They love gaming, and they've sort of, anytime I say, hey, is that a good game? Is that a good game? They give me the lowdown, and they all said Mass Effect is absolutely a great game, and they were right. I had tried to play it a few years before, and I just couldn't get into it. I don't know why. I think because, actually, I do know why. I didn't quite understand the concept of gaining XP and the importance of gaining XP on little side missions in an RPG. And because I didn't understand that concept, I just kept trying to plow through the storyline. Because my origins are in the entertainment business and in theater. I love a good story. And I wanted to follow the storyline. I wanted to follow the narrative of Mass Effect and follow the characters and let the characters develop quickly. I didn't understand the importance of playing the side missions. That actually helps your characters develop, helps you interact with all the other characters, which actually adds to the story instead of the main storyline. And I was way under XP for the main storyline of Mass Effect that I was trying to push through. So I'm like, there was one part where I just couldn't get past this one gunfight pretty early in the game, and I just got bored with it. I got fed up because I couldn't get past it. And then I learned over the years how important it is, not only for the enjoyment of the game and the development of your characters, to do those side quests, but also it allows your character to build XP, and you're able then to do the main storyline. Duh. But I didn't know that at the time, and no one told me. So then when I played Mass Effect at the beginning of the COVID lockdown, so you can see what I did just now is I fed 10 gold into the shipwreck, and a bunch of parts to build a ship came tumbling down from the heavens. And I'm going to keep feeding gold into this, and I'm going to build that ship. Well, I'm not going to, but I'm going to have my builders build the ship. This is how you build your ship. This is how you get off the island, and you venture onto the new lands. Literally the name of the game. That's what we'll do. I need a little bit more gold to finish building the ship, but these guys have plenty to work with. I'll go back over to my farmers and my bowmen to see what kind of revenue they've generated for me. And there's something so satisfying about that sound, the sound of the little pling of the arrow going into the deer. It is just so wonderful. I love the sense of humor of these the designers of this game. They understand their audience, and our juvenile sense of humor. All right, all of these farmers are about to harvest. You can see whenever the crops get that tall, they're about to harvest. So I'm going to have a very full bag of gold to take back. Oh, speaking, given that, considering I'm about to fill my bag again with all those farmers harvesting, let me show you how the banker works here. So I'm going to empty this bag of gold to him, and he's going to store it in the house. See how he's like throwing all the gold into the house there, 10 at a time. And if you see inside the door of the little lodge there, you can see a little stack of gold starting to develop there. That tells you that you stored some gold in there. That's going to be important because later in the game, as you know, the attacks start to get worse and worse. And you maybe lose your farmers. You might lose your archers. It might be winter time because there is seasonal changes now in the game. There are seasonal changes. So during the winter, you're not going to be hunting. You're not going to be farming. And so you need to go off of your savings. A wise king, a wise ruler, saves his gold for a rainy day. It's sort of, the story of Joseph and the Pharaoh. Played out right here before your very eyes. Of course, my full understanding of the Genesis story of Joseph and the Pharaoh really connects directly to Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice's masterpiece, Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Don't at me. It's the truth. It's a great show. It's not my fault that for many years of my life, the entirety of my biblical literacy came from Broadway musicals. Jesus Christ Superstar is frighteningly accurate, actually, especially the confrontation between Christ and Pontius Pilate. Is this just one grade? If it's just one, I can pay him off and be done with it. Oh, no, there's more coming. Crap. All right, now I got to get rid of this. Get out of here. The reason why I try to get rid of them is because, see, they're going to take parts of the ship. And as you saw, parts of the ship cost 2 gold pieces apiece. So that was a bit of a waste of money. Darn it. I just lost those pieces. I'm going to have to replenish them. That's all right. So this is a good lesson, though, on this game. When you do things ambitious, like invest in the parts for your ship and start building a ship or start expanding your kingdom, you want to pay attention to what time it is and where the sun is in the sky, because that's going to affect whether you get destroyed or not, whether you lose money or not. So that was a bad move. It could have been worse, but I lost some parts of the ship, and I also lost a builder or two. I'm going to go back and assess the damage once sunrise comes. I've got a lot of people here walking around that need jobs, though, so it should be easy enough. Oh, see, look at the banker woke up. He came out. He saw that I had an empty bag, and he filled my bag up. That's what the banker does. So I don't even need to worry about these farmers who are running slow. Oh, one other thing that you may notice if you watched our playthrough of Kingdom Classic, and that is on this island. Remember on Kingdom Classic on this the one land, when you start up, you have the option of advancing your technology from wood to stone. You've noticed that is also not on this island. On this island, your technology is limited at wood. The strongest your kingdom can get, on this island at least, is wood until you venture off to another island on your ship and you acquire the stone technology. Okay, so now I have replenished those parts. My builders are going to come. They're going to build my ship, and then I'm going to get the heck off this island. I think I've got enough archers. You end up taking a few archers with you. You end up taking a few builders with you. I'll go ahead and take the banker's gold here. Go ahead and take some more archers. I'll take one more builder. You are limited on who you take with you, but I want to leave enough archers and builders here, and farmers, of course, they stay. You don't take farmers with you. Boy, they're going slow here. I want to leave enough so when I come back, and I will come back to this island, there's already some basic infrastructure already built on the island when you get back. So you've got revenue right away. But again, if you come back during winter, you're not going to have much revenue. That's why you need money in the bank. Now, I play in such a way where I try to mitigate those concerns over winter. I'll show you how I do that in a moment. I also like to try to leave the island with a full bag of gold if possible. That becomes really important later in the game because all that gold you get at the beginning and those gold chests that are hidden around there. I've launched my ship. All the gold chests that you get full of gold at the beginning. As you advance in the game, you don't get all those freebies. All right, so there you saw 3 builders and 4 archers running to the ship. That's who you take with you from this first island when you go to the next island, which is good because when you go to the next island now, you've already got some basics coming with you. You're coming in with 3 builders already and 4 archers, so you can sort of get things going right away before you have to start recruiting. Let me go see if I've got any gold from these farmers. It doesn't look like any of them harvested. Nope. So I'm going to wait until sunrise because I do want to leave with a full bag of gold, and I'm only a little over halfway full. So at sunrise, we'll go ahead and replenish, and then we'll head off the island, and then you get to see the new lands. That's why this new version of Kingdom is called Kingdom's New Lands. It's very fun. I can't remember if I finished my train of thought from a moment ago because we were talking about something and I don't remember now. I think I was talking about the RPGs that I was playing before. Oh, I guess what I'm saying is I do plan on playing some more advanced games with this that will actually hopefully make use of this fine machine. So I do appreciate all the comments that people have already left about what a waste of a computer this is. It is new. This was our pre-Christmas present to the house, and it is for gaming certainly, obviously, but it's also for work as well because I stream a lot of video. I create a lot of video here at the home studio. You can kind of see the backdrop of my TV show here behind me, O'Connor Tonight on Salem News Channel, and if you're new to this channel and just found this because of the gaming, go ahead and take a look at some of the other videos because it's all segments from my nightly television show. News and analysis of the news and politics of the day. And as we continue getting new games and introducing new games and doing stuff, and we are going to play some games that take advantage of this box, we're also going to have some guests that are going to game with me. I know a lot of people who are in the media and in politics, actually, who love playing games, who love gaming, and we'll have them join us. We'll be playing co-ops together, and we'll talk about whatever. We'll talk about whatever people talk about, right? We'll talk about news and politics and sports and gaming and life. And come on, guys, harvest, man. All right, well, maybe I don't need the... All right, here we go. Forget. Right as I'm about to leave, then they harvest. Thank you. All right, so now I'll take my gold and I'll get the heck off this island. One more withdrawal here from the peddler who's just sitting waiting to give me gold. Give me a gold. There we go. And there's our ship. And we can get on it anytime we want. Right? Wait a second. Why? Hold on. I can't remember. Can I just get on? Hold on. Hold on. I don't remember how to get on the... Oh, I think they have to take it all the way to the dock. Is that right? I can't just get on the ship. That's right. Oh my God, I totally forgot about this part of the game. They improved this. Oh man, they improved this with the new version of the game. But that's right. I have to launch the ship, and now I have to wait for them to push this all the way to the dock at the end of the island. The 3 builders are pushing the thing. Oh man, I totally forgot. I should have launched this earlier. I apologize. Okay, it's been a long time since I played Kingdom New Lands because I've been playing Kingdom 2 Crowns for a while. So here we go. I'm going to deposit more money into the banker here because I've got another day's worth of gold coming my way, so I might as well store it all. Dude, oh man, I cannot believe that. Yeah, I totally forgot. These guys have to carry the whole dang. See, this guy picked up my gold. They got to carry the whole dang ship down to the dock. It's going to take forever. And so as you advance to other lands in this game, the islands get bigger and bigger and bigger. So it takes forever. I totally forgot about this part. Oh my gosh. It might be another day until I get off this island. That's not good. That's not good. All right. Well, we'll see tomorrow morning. Maybe at the end of the night. How far they've gotten. In the meantime, well, now let's see what I've got here. I've got 3 archers on that side and 3 archers on this side. I'm only going to be attacked on this side. Oh, here comes an attack. Hello. That still should be enough to take care of these guys. I don't know. The attacks. Ooh, no, it's not. Dang. All right. Everybody calm down. We're going to have a rough night. All right, so the attacks are getting a little harder than I thought. Let's clean things up here. Nobody died. It's fine. As I mentioned, no one dies in this game. They just lose their job. Or you, the king, lose your crown. And that's it. And, life goes on. As I said, I'm limited to wood technology on this island. But come on, vagrants, get a job. But I can reinforce the outside here with a bigger wood fence, which is what I've done there. That's as big as it gets. Those I had the smallest wood fence that you can get. And I gotta wait a day for the farmers to finish. By midday, I should have the ship down at the end of the dock. And what we're going to do is we're going to make it to land number 2 and get started there. And then we'll wrap things up. Where are we? At 32 minutes here? So we'll keep going. And we'll play at least for another 30 minutes so you can see how far we get. So there. But this is as far as your technology on this island gets you, which is that wider fence, as you can see. But it's wood nonetheless. And you can't go any further than the wood here. So I'm just going to take the gold from my farmers. I can't get the peddler's gold until sunrise. I'm going to go ahead and take the gold from my farmers and get the heck out of here. One other thing. So the attacks on your island from the greed cease when you leave the island because they're really only after the crown. And when the crown leaves the island, they don't continue attacking. But you do have deterioration. You're going to see that. When we leave the island and when we come back, we will have seen some atrophy because you haven't been there to upkeep it. And the people you leave behind, they're not responsible stewards of your kingdom. They're pretty much losers. They only do as they're told. If the king is there, they work their tails off. They do what they're supposed to do. They pay their tribute. They pay their taxes. But if you're not there, they slack. They goof off. They don't do anything. They don't work. They don't make any money for you. Oh, we didn't get a harvest tonight. Damn it. All right, so we got to make it through one more night. Hopefully I recruited enough archers here to... I should have built a trebuchet. Let me see. Let me build a trebuchet, see if I can get it over there in time for tonight's attack. I doubt it, but let's see. I've got 5 bowmen here. That might be enough to fight off the greed tonight. I don't know if it will be. We shall see. We shall see. And then tomorrow morning, we'll just collect all the gold from the peddler and from the farmers, and we're going to get off the island. All right. Oh, I see. No, I wasn't paying attention. I guess last night was a blood moon. Oh, no, it was not. Here we go. We do have an attack coming. I just don't know how bad it's going to be. Let's see. Ooh, it's bad. It's bad. It's a baddie. And my trebuchet is not in place yet. Oh, let's see if they're able to get it off. Nope, nope. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Oh, God. Kill him. Kill him. Yeah. All right. Let's get out of here. What we need is a stone wall. All right. We need stone, and we only get stone by getting to the next island. That could have been rough. So here's the thing. I have played Kingdom 2 Crowns, which is the version of this game that comes next. I have played that so much recently that I have completely forgotten the intensity of the attacks on this game. I have a great feel for how intense the attacks come from the greed on Kingdom 2 Crowns, and I'm totally out of it. All right, do I have all my bowmen now? One more. All right, and I've got an empty bag of gold. Let's see what the farmer's got me. I have no feel for how intense these attacks are. I know exactly how bad it gets on Kingdom New Crowns, and I had forgotten that the attacks get very intense very early on this game, and it's because the whole point of the game, the objective of Kingdom New Lands, which we're playing here, is how long you can survive, how many days you survive, not whether you survive, not whether you win or conquer the game, but just how many days you survive. But they know you're going to die. You're going to lose it, not die, but you're going to lose your crown. You're going to lose your crown in this game. The only question is how long you last until you lose the crown. Now, Kingdom 2 Crowns, there actually is a culmination of the game. Because I think that the designers determined, and I'm sure it's through their feedback from the players, from the community, that there was something unsatisfying about it. It was just, it could go on forever. And at what point, I mean, we have to have a culmination. We have to have an end game here. Because I've played Kingdom New Lands, what we're playing right here. I've played this up to like day 200 plus. And it's like, now what? It's like, it's just, I can't keep it going. But with, oh my God, we're still moving the freaking boat. Is it because I'm missing a build? No, I've got all 3 builders. So this is funny. They're collecting gold as we go here because the archers are shooting deer. Oh, this is just deadly slow. Are you kidding me? How much further do we have? It's going to be another day. We really got to wait until it gets all the way to the dock here? Dude, oh my gosh. All right, well. As Congressman Hank Johnson once says, boom, it is what it is. We will we'll continue to sort of face the nightly onslaught of the greed. And hopefully, I mean, I'm not even by the kingdom right now. I have no idea how bad it is. We're about to find out as I head back. If we start seeing greed coming my way right now, we'll know that they've made it through both sides of the kingdom walls. Yeah, boy, I gotta get better at timing out the ship. I can't believe I can't get aboard the ship. I swear I do not remember this part of the game, that you've got to wait for the ship to be moved all the way to the end of the island. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. I'm sure there is a way to get on that stupid ship, but I clearly I've screwed it up. All right, we've made it to day 10. Oh, here they come. As I said, oh, they disintegrate on sunrise. Why are they all disintegrating right there? That was odd. All right. What? Not sure what happened just now, but my farmers are still intact. I got a lot of homeless veterans here. Let's rebuild the trebuchet so we can have a fighting chance over there. Let's get some builders going. Let's hire some more archers. This is just a nightmare. I can't believe how rusty I am with this game and how much I have forgotten, which is good because we're discovering it together, you and I. I got to get that stone technology. That's the key. I got to get off this island and get the stone technology. Then I can come back and build up my walls. All right, tonight I'll have a trebuchet. Do you have any more gold there, banker? Thank you. I've got more archers. And that will help my defenses as well. The trebuchet is definitely going to come in handy now. I should have built that earlier. Let's graze here. As you can see, the horse gets fatigued. I haven't been noting how I let him graze so he doesn't get fatigued. But right there, I hadn't let him graze, and as I try to sprint with him, he wouldn't let me, as you saw. These guys have not harvested, and it doesn't look like they're going to before sunset. And that music sounds very ominous. We can have a rough night here, guys. Let's see how the trebuchet holds up for us. Otherwise, I'm just going to run away and get off the alley because I think my ship is at the dock by now. But who knows? We'll see. Ooh, that didn't sound good. It's like a growl from the beast. It's about to come and get us. I do love it's like such a benign little game, but the use of music and sound effects actually does give it this sense of like doom and foreboding that is almost comical because it's so, there's just there's nothing bloody or rough about the game. There's a cuteness, but then when there is this intensity when the little green trolls start coming at you and start banging into your walls and trying to break it down to get to your gold and your crown. I find it amusing. And yeah, it does look like a blood moon. Which, hey, I got more recruits. Grab a bow. Defend the walls. Hogwarts is under attack. Do your duty. Defend it. Why are you both going that way? Oh my gosh. All right, here they come. All right, so now you can see the trebuchet in action. It helps. It thins the herd, as it were. That's good. It is a blood moon. Get that red moon there. Now that usually means that there is no attack tomorrow. But I could be mistaken. Again, I am so jumbled in my mind right now when it comes to Kingdom's New Lands versus Kingdom's Two Crowns that I couldn't tell you for sure. So let's get off the island, shall we? We now finally can get off. Let me send the peddler away. Day 11. So we spent 11 days on island number 1. By the way, great way for your kids to learn their Roman numerals. It's an educational game. What can I tell you? All right, we have a harvest here. We got gold. We got a full bag. That should do it. Let's get out of here. I'm pretty confident now that the ship has made it all the way to the dock. Dude, as the islands get bigger, I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess I got a plan way ahead with sending that ship. And I have to have plenty of people still at the kingdom to defend it as the ship makes its way to the dock. Honestly, I am embarrassed that I did not remember that about this game. All right, so we're gonna graze as we go, so the horse does not get fatigued. Now, the good news is on our next island, we are going to get a new variety of mounts. Each island you go to now, you're going to get new mounts. And that is very cool because they've gotten much more creative, more recruits, more creative with the kind of mounts you get. And it's really fun, actually, as it develops. You'll see the different... All right, so here we go. They're waiting for us to board. Now we can board because we're at the dock. Oh. And finally, we get to discover a new land. And there's our sail with our crest. The crown is safe, and we get a little fireworks there, and we're getting the crown off the island. That's good. This is all good news. Now, we unlock a new island. This is interesting. The little archer just popped up. So remember or I shouldn't say remember because you may not have watched it, but Kingdom Classic, we have that archer god where if you pay tribute to the archer god, it improves your proficiency with the bow and arrow. It was not on this island, but now it's popped up there. So I think when we return to this island, we'll be able to pay tribute. All right, so we're going to move to the next island now. And we start with the shipwreck. So yes, we need to build the island up again. And we have a guide pointing us along the way. We've got our 4 archers, we've got our 3 builders, and our little ghostly guide is going to point us along. I'm going to start clearing trees immediately. It does give us a little gold to start with if you didn't leave with a full bag. And here we are. We're right where we had been. But again, let's take a look at our map and you shall see. We are now on island number 2 here. And we have a shipwreck. So now the game starts again, but this island is going to have different stuff to work with. And I'm going to go ahead and make both of these guys archers. I do like my archers in this game, again, because they do double duty. They do give you cash flow by killing rabbits and deer, but they also protect your island. And that's critically important. Okay, so now the peddler's headquarters right here, right next to your home base. Now that's good because he can get to you real quickly. The downside is it doesn't let you hunt. It means you can't hunt much here. And the second I start clearing these trees, the peddler goes away, and that means my free money goes away. But I'll be honest with you. All things being equal, the money you make from hunting is way more important and way more valuable than the free money you get from the peddler, unless the geography of your island is really challenging. We're going to go explore the island, the east coast side and the west coast side of the island tomorrow morning. We just got here, and I just want to build up as much of the island as I can. The good news is every new island you get to, your attacks start very small from the greed. So we'll have a few days of easy going before it starts to get intense. One item of concern is that I don't have any recruitment yet. Why can't I build up my tents yet? Just waiting here for the next step to build up my little home base here. Let's see if I've got recruiting a little bit past the peddler here, because manpower is important. Should have recruiting. There we go. There's my little. I like to call them vagrant camps. Little vagrants living on the outskirts of town. And look here. This is where we gain the technology for stone masonry. Hugely important. Now we can build stone walls for our defenses, which will not be quite as fragile as our wood fences. And as you can see, we have a portal right there on the east side. And that's where the greed are going to spawn. So we've got our stone masonry. We've got a recruitment camp right there. I think we're going to be clearing away the peddler camp pretty quickly here so we can get hunting going on the east side of the island. As you can see, the gold generated. Yeah, let's get the tent built. And why don't we have any... All right, I better build a fence here. We don't have any archers over on this side. Oh, there we go. Now the archers are coming over. I tend to not like to build the fences right away because you're going to get fences for free. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the peddler because we're not going to need that free money. We're going to be able to hunt so much. We've already got a ton of hunters going. On the first day, I built an army. That's an achievement. I'm not sure what that is. So on day one, I guess I recruited and armed a certain number of bowmen. So that's an achievement. Yay, achievement unlocked. All right, let's get my free money from the peddler for the last time because we just knocked down his camp. There we go. Oh, I don't know why I just gave him gold because he's not going to be. Well, maybe his peddler camp will be there one more day. All right, so we've got a lot of hunting ground over here. You can see a waterfall right there, which means I could build a farm, but I need to have a fence, a wall built on the outside of that farm because I'm pretty sure on the west side of the island now we are going to have a portal, which means we will be attacked. And here we've unlocked our archer god. Now, this means that our archery is much more efficient. It means that the arrows are going to hit their mark on the first shot. It means they're going to be able to make more gold for me because they're better hunters. And it also means they'll be more efficient defending the wall. So we always like to pay the archer god. We also have some hidden gold chests here. Again, this really is exclusive to the first few islands. Once you continue traveling to other islands further along, you don't get all that free gold. And here is another signpost. Whoop, let's pay that guy off. All right, and so the dock is on this side. Now, this is important. So when we go to leave this island, the ship's going to be moved to the west side again. But there's a portal with greed spawning out of it between the kingdom and the dock. So we're not going to be able to get the ship off the island until we destroy that portal. That's exactly what we're going to do. Excuse me. So we've explored this side of the island. All we've got here is the archery god. We're going to have to be coming back to him on a regular basis to make sure our archery is proficient. But in the meantime, here's our shipwreck. This is where we're going to build our ship. And if we're going to build a farm, we're going to have an outer wall to protect the farm from the greed. And I do not see where I can build that wall quite yet. So we're just going to work on building up our first line of defense here. That's cool. I did get one more dose of free money, which is nice. But as you can see, the peddler's village is gone now 100%. I'm going to go ahead and clear out some of these trees here. I doubt they're going to be able to get to it until tomorrow morning. But again, here comes the greed. Expanding the hunting grounds is always a priority because the wider hunting ground you have, the more revenue you get. Cash flow, cash flow, cash flow. Can't say it enough about this game. Cash flow is king. Rich King, Poor King. Richard Chiesa. No, Robert Chiesa. Robert Chiesa. Gotta be in the cash flow quadrant when you're playing Kingdom New Lands. I think we've all learned something today. The more you know. All right. Greed attack is done. Killed him off. This builder's coming out to clear some trees for me. Let's go explore the east side of the island. See what's over here past the portal. We got our recruitment right there. We've already paid our stone masonry tribute. So we've gained that technology. We're at day 3. We're going to want to keep recruiting, and then we're going to want to build that ship and start getting off the island after we destroy the portal on that side. We want to get back to Island 1 and build some stone walls there as well. But I want to see if I've got my upgraded mounts. Nope. How do you unlock the upgraded mounts? I think you have to keep moving from island to island. So I'm stuck with this horse for another island, it looks like. That's the reason I'm stopping right here. I haven't shown it to you. But when you see that terrain in the background there, that tells you that you're right up against the mountain. So that's the end of this east side. All right, so the east side just consists of the stonemasonry, which we've already done, one portal, and a recruitment camp. Vagrants. They're not homeless. They're vagrants. We don't use the term vagrant anymore. Like we don't use hobo anymore. The actual legal name of a homeless person is a vagrant. There is, even in places like California, Los Angeles, San Francisco, where you got, they don't even like to use homeless anymore. I love, the attack on our language is such a manipulative political strategy. Homeless was the word that was used in the 80s to, in some way, take the to make people feel guilty about actually demanding that people not live on the streets and urinate on the streets and defecate on the streets, and in some cases even fornicate on the streets. If you live in Los Angeles and San Francisco, you know what I'm talking about. It happens all the time. And then in the 80s, I think they started using the term homeless. Oh, because the term was vagrants, especially the people not just living on the streets, but living on the streets, on sidewalks, on public thoroughfares. That's against the law. So it's called criminal vagrancy. That law is still on the books in places like San Francisco and Los Angeles and whatever big city you live near where they have a homelessness problem. It's called criminal vagrancy. And in the 80s, to make you feel guilty about actually demanding that your fellow man adhere to some of the basics that we've learned in Western civilization, with regard to law and order and ensuring that public spaces have basic sanitary health conditions. We're building our stone walls already. Look at that. We're ahead of the game. See, now that we have the stonemasonry technology, we can build these walls on the exterior of our castle as stone instead of wood. So we're building it tonight, even though we're going to get attacked. It's okay. We build it fast. They changed the name to homeless in the 80s. But now they don't even use homeless anymore. Have you noticed that? If you live in California, it's very rare that you will hear a politician in Gavin Newsom's Democratic Party. You'll very rarely hear them use the term homeless now. Because here's the thing. We all get it. Normal human beings understand the attempt to manipulate our language. And so, yeah, we used to call them criminal vagrants. And you can't do that. Don't call them that. They're just the homeless. Okay, fine. Well, now we've evolved to such a place where the term homeless also has a negative connotation. And so, we can't have that. We can't have any negative connotation. God forbid we have a negative connotation for people who break the law and put all of us in danger through their behaviors and through their neglect of societal norms. So we can't possibly call them homeless anymore, because homeless now has a negative connotation too. So what do they use it? If you live in California, it's our unhoused neighbors. They're the unhoused. How did I get on this? Oh, because of the recruitment camps here in this game. I call them vagrants because they're vagrants. They're just living in tents on the outskirts of the city. And then as soon as you give them a piece of gold, they get motivated enough to at least wander towards your kingdom, and then they get a job. See, I do give them gold, but only under the pretense that they'll come into my kingdom and be a upright citizen and a productive member of society. And that means doing a job and making money for the king. This is actually a ruthless game, and I love it. All right, so there you go. So don't call them homeless. They're not homeless. The only time we do call them, Meredith loves to call them homeless. Here he is. Here's a little vagrant. There you go, vagrant. Go get a job. We call them homeless veterans if they get killed by the enemy. If they're archers, especially if they've been part of a little platoon of knights, because we're about to build some knights here. We're going to build some knights over on this side of the island. I'm going to recruit some more though before I do that. when they get attacked by the greed and they become vagrants, we actually call them homeless veterans, because at least they had a job. They actually went to war. They actually fought for us. And yes, they got injured. They got injured and they lost their way a bit. But at least they served. And so we lend them the dignity of being a homeless veteran instead of being a criminal vagrant. But when they start out as vagrants, I'm not gonna extend that grace to them. I'm sorry. The whole manipulation of our language of calling people homeless or our unhoused neighbors, it all is supposed to make you feel there but for the grace of God. You know, that person who is living on the streets, living on the sidewalk, or living in the public park where you used to take your child to, but now you can't because it's overrun with needles and human feces and smells like urine. Those people who are causing that health hazard and that safety hazard in your public park, they're just like you. They just made maybe one or two bad choices, but if you had done that, you would have ended up in that place too. And I reject that. I reject that notion. Whenever somebody tells me that, I always say, listen, if you lost your job, if you lost your, would you do that? Would you just live in the park? Would you put up a tent and live in a park? And people who are trying to attempt to be advocates for the homeless, I say, no, I wouldn't. Why not? What makes you so superior? Right? And the reason that you wouldn't is because, well, you don't have an addiction problem. You don't have mental health problems. You're not a criminal. And you've actually been raised with a certain amount of values that tell you that it is incumbent on you to not do that to your fellow man, to not exploit society in such a way. Welcome to my TED Talk about homelessness. This game makes me think of the homeless, of criminal vagrants. All right, so we're building our ship. We're going to get off this island again. But of course, as I mentioned, we are going to have to first attack this portal. And I'm not sure the best strategy here, because the only cash flow I've got coming is from my hunters, which usually is enough in this game. I'm a big fan of the hunters. I don't generally build a farm unless I know it can be really well protected, because usually you can raise. Look at all that revenue this one hunter has made me just this morning. Look at that, half a bag of gold from one hunter this morning. So this is exactly the reason why I don't go out of my way to build farms, because dollars to donuts, as they like to say. You can make just as much money, if not more money, with your hunters, and they also serve to protect your kingdom. So I know I'm a broken record on that. For you millennials and Gen Zers, you have no idea what broken record means, do you? That's why this is my generation gaming. This is for all you Gen Xers and older. No, it's not. It's for everybody. But I'm going to make references that make me sound like an old fart. Yes, I sound like a broken record, but it is a major strategy that I continue to adhere to. That of archers being the best strategy over farmers in this game. They will consistently make you the money that you need, and they will also multitask. I'm making a trebuchet here. I'm making 2 trebuchets for both sides, and I'm going to get another builder going here. Now, I did that without checking to see how far along they were in building the ship. I hope I didn't leave any parts lying around. I'm pretty sure I may have. As soon as I activate, oh no, actually they've built what they needed to build. That's great. As soon as you activate that trebuchet command, man, look at how much gold this one hunter has made for me. As soon as you activate that trebuchet command, they will drop everything and come and build the trebuchet. But thankfully, they were already done building the ship up to the point there are no parts lying around on the ground there. I'm just standing here to make sure that this hunter makes it back to the kingdom. Oh, I'm going to have to build a wall out there. Yeah, I couldn't remember if this trebuchet would end up being moved inside the walls of the kingdom. It didn't. So, yeah, he's got to run in. Run. There we go. Ah, he's going to break my trebuchet. All right, so I need to make a new wall here. That's okay. No problem. I'll just make a wall right there. And we'll rebuild the trebuchet. No big deal. And I've got to do some more recruiting. Let's go. So this is Kingdom's New Lands. You can get the difference if you played Kingdom Classic, as we did in an earlier live stream. And if you haven't watched that, go ahead and check it out on my channel. It's under my live streams. Kingdom Classic, which is the original version of this game. Kingdom New Lands is a huge upgrade, huge difference, where you can actually build that ship and you can move from island to island. And you can get into such a zone with the game that you can actually lecture people about homeless policy and the history of liberal guilt in our society to try to force you to accept societal norms that normally you would never accept. This is what I love about this game, is that I can just sort of get into this autoplay mode and I can play it and totally do it just from instinct, and then either listen to a podcast or talk to somebody about homelessness or criminal vagrancy and Gavin Newsom and how he's ruined California. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Where's my other recruiting camp here? Don't I have a recruiting camp right here? Where are my vagrants? All right, I'll get them tomorrow morning. Where are we? Oh, we're a little over an hour now. All right, well, I mean, we might be at a place where we can wrap up. We can continue this game because there's more to show you here as we start making our way through the seasons. We're still in springtime here. What day are we at? We're at day 6. Oh, we're at day 6 on this island. I believe we left at day 10. How do they keep track of that, or do they? I can't remember. I can't remember how they keep track of the total number of games. We'll have to explore that. Can't remember how the seasons work in here, or the total number of days, I should say, that you've survived. I guess we'll explore that and we'll learn it together. Look at that. I've already got a full bag of gold here after my hunters have kicked booty. And let's keep building this wall out to get to stone, shall we? Because we want to have our best defenses. And, did you hear that roar? That means we're going to have a rough night. And we're gonna have to build some, or hire some knights pretty soon. But I'm gonna need more recruits, and I'm gonna need more bowmen. You can't get enough bowmen. You can't get enough archers. Here comes another recruit. All right, we've got our ominous music coming. I should probably start banking some of this gold, and I will tomorrow morning. But let's make it through. Oh, I guess I can give this banker. Can you grab some of that, dude, before you go in? Nope. Walk right past it. That's all right. That's all right. All right, let's watch our trebuchet work here. Yep, it's a blood moon. Blood moon on day 6. Interesting. All right. Let's see how bad it is. I think I've mentioned before in Kingdom 2 Crowns, Blood Moon attacks only come on one side of the kingdom. But if I remember right, on Kingdom New Lands, it comes on both sides. Yep, certainly coming on this side, isn't it? But we seem to have withstood it. Well, maybe it is only on one side, because I don't see any attack on this side, unless I missed it. I took care of it. Interesting. So maybe it is. Now, let's see if we have an attack tonight. Day 7 now. I'm going to keep building the ship. I said I was going to put some money in the bank, but I want to keep building that ship. I want to get the I'm going to get the ship built, and then I want to defeat the portal with some knights, and then we can start sending that ship on its way. After we defeat the portal on the west side of the island here, then I'll only have to worry about attacks coming from the east side. So we need to keep buying the parts for the ship. 2 coins per piece. And I figure, well, what I'll do is we'll get off this island, and then we'll wrap up this stream for today. Again, look at how much gold that one hunter got. I've almost got enough. I've actually played this game enough to know what the pieces look like. That's the last piece. Okay, so now the ship will be built. And then all I got to do is recruit my knights, and we will send the troops out to defeat that portal. And then we'll just have to prepare for the retaliation on the east side. But we're in pretty good shape. We've got a ton of troops now to be able to, and we've got a trebuchet. My gut tells me I want to build the wall out a little bit just to have a reinforcement. So let's do that. We've got the gold and we've got the time. It's only midday right now. So we're going to build this wall and expand a little, just a teeny bit. Oh, that's interesting. I just saw that gold disappear. So, I guess I can't just leave gold for a long time. It actually disappears. Oh, my builders are all building the ship right now. So that was a stupid move to tell them to build a wall when I don't have any builders to build the wall. Let's see what happens. No, it should be okay. The troops should stay behind the wall that is existing. Let's see what happens at sundown here. Hopefully, the rhythm of this game is like the 2 Crowns rhythm, which is the day after a blood moon, you don't have an attack at all, which would save me from that misadventure. Oh, no, here we go. We got a builder. We got a builder. All right. That's not going to do it, though. Let's build it a little fatter. Let's go. Just give me a little bit more reinforcement there, dude. Come on. Trebuchet ready. Build faster. Build faster. Build faster. You're going to have to build faster. All right, we're good. Still wooden, though. I got to make it stone as soon as I can. But let's see. Let's see what our attack looks like, if there is one tonight. Like I said, oftentimes the morning after a blood moon, you don't have an attack. On the full moon, there isn't one. But I honestly, for the life of me, I can't remember the pattern of new lands. It looks like we're safe. It looks like we're safe. Yep, we're safe. So that is okay. Good to know that pattern. Morning after a blood moon, no attack. So you can just keep building and keep doing stuff. Good. All right. Let's go recruit one more. We're almost off the island. We're gonna build our ship and we're gonna get off this island. And then we're gonna wrap up this stream because we got things to do. So this is a busy day here, actually. Today is the day the U.S. is playing Netherlands in soccer for the World Cup, which I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of soccer. But it is the World Cup, and it's the United States, so I'm going to root for them because it's the United States. But also, we've got Army-Navy boxing over at the Naval Academy today. Very excited about that. We've got friends coming out here to Annapolis to watch Army-Navy boxing. And then we've got the Naval Academy Glee Club is performing Handel's Messiah, because this is December 3rd. We're doing this stream. It's Christmas season. And also tonight is Michigan versus Purdue for the Big Ten Championship in football. There's a lot going on today. And we gotta get that day going, right? Come on. Can't just play video games all day. Oh, yes, you can. I've done it many times. I work really hard. I've got many jobs, and when I recreate, I like to recreate. Sometimes I like to go out for hikes, and I'll go for hours and hike, or maybe I'll go out on a friend's boat, or I'll go, on an excursion or sightseeing or whatever. But some days, you know what? Some days I just like to sit and play video games, and I absolutely admit that I will do it for hours on end. Sorry. Not sorry. Not sorry in the slightest. All right. Time to get those knights going. I'm going to hire 2 knights for the west side of the island. And let's see how it goes. How much more gold have you guys made me? See, I've got a lot of hunters over here. So I feel like I've got enough reinforcements to withstand the retaliation. I like to call it the onslaught. What is the onslaught going to be after we defeat the portal? And I've got a trebuchet on both sides. So my next 2 recruits over here on the west side at my vagrant camp, they're going to be knights. There's one. Go be a knight. And is there one more waiting here? Doesn't look like it. I'll have to get him tomorrow morning. Okay. Let's see. See those 2 little shields right there? That's how you get your knights, if you have never played the game before. So that recruit, these guys, so it's very simple. When you have a recruit, they come and they get whatever tool you have set up there. So if the first thing he gets to is a bow, then he's going to be an archer. If the first thing he just got attacked though, so I got to send him back. Go. If the first thing he sees is a hammer, then he's going to be a builder. But right now I've cleared the way, so the first thing he sees is going to be that shield. So he will be a knight. He just needs to move his tail. Let's go, dude. As soon as he gets over there. So we're at day 9 now. Day 9! You guys ever watch Day 9? Pretty entertaining guy. A little too woke for my taste these days, but that's all right. We all like to inject our politics into our discussion while I'm gaming, as you've seen from me today. I just, doesn't mean he's not a cool dude. It just means his politics are different than mine. You thought I was going to say wrong, didn't you? No, just different. Just different. All right. So here comes it. This is a very zen game, isn't it? I hope you're enjoying the peacefulness of it. All right. He is now a knight, and I'm going to pay him. Uh-oh. Don't take my gold there, banker. I'm giving it to the knight. Okay. So he is all fed. And now, for every knight, 3 or 4 of these archers become part of his soldiers, his troops. See, notice how his clothes just changed, this archer? He just got chainmail and a sword. All or not a sword, but a. Watch, see that one, that one. See how their clothes change? Here, watch this one. He's going to change too, I think. Watch as he gets close to the knight. No, maybe not. Maybe that's all you get. Just 3. All right. Oh no, he did. See, he changed his clothes. All right. I need one more knight. Here he is. I got my other knight. Oh, and he's already recruited his archers. So let me feed him, and we will attack that portal. Excuse me. All right. Let me get some gold to the banker here. I might need it. After the onslaught, because it's going to be. I will have a retaliation coming from the greed, and I'd love to give him a full bag of gold here to have in the bank. Come on, dude. Why are you so inefficient? Come on. Keep going. Just take it all. Take it all. Take it all. All right. Nope. He didn't take it all. Dang it. All right. So, let me have some gold here from all your hunting. Thank you. I want to have my gold in place before we send the troops. As soon as our attack from the greed tonight is done, we are going to send the troops to kill that portal. And then we're going to send the ship. And then we will just have to deal with the retaliation on the east side. I think I'm fine sending the ship after the portal is destroyed. Well, you know what? Maybe I should just play it safe and wait. Maybe I shouldn't be an idiot. Maybe I should actually. All right, let's send the troops. We are sending the troops. They're going to go destroy the portal. I'm going to keep building these walls up for defense, because I just realized I'm going to get an onslaught, and the higher the wall, the better. So let's do that. In fact, let's also build up our towers. Probably should have done this before I sent the troops. Larry. But, again, as Congressman Hank Johnson says, boom, it is what it is. All right, we are building. I could probably use another builder or two. Let's go recruit. I am regretting all of my life choices now. How many times do I send the troops to go defeat the portal before I build up my defenses? Build up your defenses first, moron. All right, let's keep expanding this. So what I'm doing here is I'm expanding this tower, this little turret, or crow's nest, where your archers can sit, because they can kill the greed, especially the giants, from up high here. Now, you can build those towers. See where this rock is? See that big gray rock? I could build a tower right there, but of course, like the unstoppable moron that I am, I did not do that before I sent the greed to kill the portal. And so I sort of missed my opportunity to do so. I think I will go check on my troops and see how they're doing with their assault on the portal. They did have a long way to go, so it's not too disconcerting that I haven't heard from them. But I'm not going to lie, it's a little disconcerting. Let's go see what's going on over here. I sent the troops, and who knows how the battle's going. Uh-oh, I should also pay the archer gods so that their arrows are more effective. Probably should have done that before I sent them to assault the portal. Oh, the mistakes. Oh, that sound is the sound of the destruction of the portal. Okay, so we're good. We are good. The knights should be fine. They're going to come back. What I have to do now is monitor the retaliation on the east side, and hopefully I'll get there in time. I have built my my crow's nest up over by the castle up to a point where I should have 3 archers up there now, and they'll be able to defend the wall from that vantage point, which is good. But I don't know how, and I've got a trebuchet already set, but I don't know how bad this attack's going to be. So let's see, shall we? Well, let us see, indeed. The tension is mounting, isn't it? I think I'm going to get there before the attack. Yep. All right, we shall see. Ooh, I don't feel like I've got a whole lot of archers down here. It doesn't feel good. Dude, you need to be an archer. Grab a bow. In fact, some of these guys might lose their vocation, so I'm going to go ahead and have 4 bows ready. All right, there goes our trebuchet. Here comes the attack. Keep. All right, the trebuchet is effective. Are we going to get a giant tonight? Looks like we're just getting greed and no giant, which is good. All right, trebuchet. The angle on the trebuchet is not helping now. It's not really doing much, but it looks like because I paid. See how efficient the arrow stream is. How they're all going right where the greed is. For the most part, that's because I paid the little arrow god there. And looks like we did it. Looks like finally, for the first time, I haven't been a complete moron. Only a partial moron. There you go. No giant, which is nice. So we survived. We withstood it. We have money in the bank, and we have our ship built. We've destroyed the portal. This has been a very good day. We did get some attrition on the wall there, but our builders should repair it as they are right now, as you see. And I'm going to let them do that before I launch the ship. I got plenty of gold to work with here. And we are happy campers. And look at that. Our knights are none the worse for wear. Good job. Thank you for your service. Let's go ahead and launch this ship and get off this island. And as you'll remember from island number 1, we are going to have to wait a good long time for our little builders here to take that ship all the way back where it belongs. And now, I thought that my knights were going to go along too. I thought that I could take my knights. I can tell you that in future iterations, in Kingdoms 2 Crowns, you take your knights with you, but there's a little process you go through to signal the knights to go board the ship, and I have no idea if I can do that here. Maybe that happens down at the dock after the builders take the ship all the way to the end. Let's see. The good news is I'm not going to have. Oh, you know what? I think I just send. This is it. I send the knights with the ship. That's what I did. That's what it is. Just like you send the knights to go kill the portal, you send the knights to go board the ship, which is what I just did. And they should catch up to the ship here and board it. Oh my gosh, this is going to take forever. Dude, this is insane how long this takes. Okay, so now the knights are going to go march along with the ship. Yeah, and once he gets to the dock, they board the ship. That's right. It's all coming back to me now. All right. Oh, we got a blood moon again. Hold on. What day is this? Oh, day 6. This is when we had a blood moon in the last island, isn't it? Day 6, blood moon. We're getting off the island quickly here, aren't we? Day 6. Well, by the time it makes it to the dock, it'll probably be day 10. See how many days it takes to get there. Let's see how bad this attack is. Seems to be managed. Yep, mischief managed indeed. All right, so what have we learned? We've learned that the morning after a blood moon, there is no attack, or the day after, I should say. So I should be free without an attack on either side today. We certainly don't have an attack coming on the west side anymore because we've killed the portals there. And it is now day 12. So for those of you who are getting confused, like day 12, day 6, day 12, it's day 6 on this island, day 12 total. Wait, no, it's not. Did I just misread the date? I don't know. All right, I'll figure it out. If you're wondering, yes, I could recruit knights and kill the portal on this side as well. I'll wait. I'll come back and do that. But there's really nothing else to do here. The big question is, do we go to island number 3 or do we go back to island number 1 and build that up with stone before we venture on to island number 3? My gut tells me, just for the purposes of this game, that we go to island number 3 so we can continue exploring. Right? Because I want to advance my my mounts. I want to get better steeds, as it were. And that's only going to happen as we get to new islands. So let's do that, shall we? So really all we got to do right now it's a waiting game. I can bank more gold here for the future, which will come in handy. I'll go ahead and do that. One thing about this game that I shouldn't say I don't like it, but it would certainly make it easier, and maybe that's the point. It would be great if you could share your banked gold across the multiple islands you travel to. I guess I understand why they don't let you, because the idea is you're building a separate kingdom on each island. But you're the king, so you should be able to share revenue across your colonies, shouldn't you? But not so much. So like you can have a hell of a lot of revenue generated on one island, and you've like banked so much of it, and then you get to a new island, and because of the terrain that you're dealing with and the geography that you're dealing with, it's a lot harder. You don't have farms, you don't have as much hunting land, and it would be great if you could just draw from your coffers from some of your better revenue generating islands. But nope, no luck. You can't. That's all right. All right, what do we? Let's keep generating gold. As you saw, I just emptied my gold bag to the banker, and I still filled up another bag of gold because of the efficiency of my hunters. All right, I really don't have anything to worry about with the attack tonight. Partly because it's the day after a blood moon, but also just because I've got pretty good fortress set up on the east side right now. I've got the highest wall I can get. I've got a tower with 3 archers, and I've got a lot of bowmen just sitting there waiting with a trebuchet. So I feel like I'm in good shape. So let's check on the progress of our ship. Let's see how far it's gone. Not so far. Come on, people. Oof. And well, let's recruit some more. Oh, yeah. there is our destroyed portal that I could turn into a fast travel window, remember? Well, you wouldn't remember if you're just watching this stream, but if you watched our stream of Kingdom Classic, you'll remember that. It's a lovely game. I do like the sunrise here. It's funny, I keep calling this the west side of the island because from the way I'm facing, it's west. But clearly this is where the sun rises, so I should call it the east. Unless this is a planet other than Earth. This could be some other weird planet that we're inhabiting. But I guess I should start calling that east. It's just from my perspective, it's the left side of the screen, and therefore it's west. Stage right, stage left, you know what I'm talking about. All right, let's get back and see the progress. Oh, actually, they're making pretty good progress. I should be able to just stick with them here. You know what? I will just fill up with gold one more time. And then we'll get on the ship and get out of here. We'll go to Island 3, and we will see what awaits us there. So it looks like it takes about 2 days to move the ship to the dock. I think that's what it was in the island number 1, right? Fill me up here, dudes. Fill me up. I could take all the gold from the bank, but I'd rather leave the money in the bank. I've got 4 people without jobs, so let's make them all archers. And I will fill up, and I will get out. It's time to blow this island, as it were. Where did blow this taco stand come from? I want to know the etymology of blow this. Let's blow this taco stand. Is that something you all said everywhere in the country? When I was a kid or a teenager in California, we would say that. Although I've also heard it as blow this popsicle stand, which makes no sense because I have never seen in my life a popsicle stand. I've seen in Balboa Island in Newport Beach, California, there were frozen banana stands. You remember Arrested Development? There was the frozen banana stand. The family's, the Bluths' original business before they got into, housing developments and criminal activity. The Bluths had a frozen banana stand on Balboa Island. I love that the Arrested Development, all of that takes place in Orange County. I grew up there, Orange County, California, and there really was a frozen banana stand. There were 2 frozen banana stands on Balboa Island, and they claimed that they invented the frozen banana on Balboa Island. It was Dad's. My friend Andrea Siegel worked at Dad's all through high school. And then there was another one. Dad's claimed to actually be the one that invented the frozen banana. But then there was another thing, and I think the other one was called the frozen banana stand. But ironically, they did not actually invent the frozen banana at the frozen banana stand. It was Dad's that invented the frozen banana. I don't know how one actually invents the frozen banana. But you freeze a banana on a stick, you dip it in chocolate, and roll it in nuts, and you've got your frozen banana. Although this may be heresy, but I've never actually been a huge fan of frozen bananas. I think it's the texture. There's something about biting into a frozen banana that it's almost like it has an effect on me, on my teeth, like styrofoam rubbing together or like fingernails on a chalkboard. I just don't like the feel of biting into a frozen banana on my teeth. I don't like it. But at Dad's and at the frozen banana stand, I think it was called the frozen banana stand, they also had a thing called a Balboa bar. A Balboa bar, Balboa was the name of the island and the peninsula down in Newport Beach, Balboa Island, Balboa Peninsula, named after Balboa, the explorer from Spain, conquistador. Say what you will, they did bring Christianity to America, or at least to the West Coast, Catholicism. I digress. The Balboa Bar was a square of vanilla ice cream that before your very eyes, the person who worked at Dad's or at the banana stand, frozen banana stand, they would dip the vanilla ice cream square that's sitting on a popsicle stick into a vat of melted chocolate. It was wet, and then you could point to whatever toppings you wanted it rolled into. It could be nuts, it could be sprinkles, it could be broken up Heath bars, it could be cashews, it could be chocolate chips. You get the picture. But this was phenomenal. You basically watch them create this custom-made ice cream bar for you. Everyone's getting in now. And we are off. And so anyway, the Balboa Bar was a far superior refreshment. Achievement unlocked, smooth sailing. That means leaving day 2. So it's 14 days, and we're off this island. You could watch them build this custom ice cream bar just for you while you watched, and it was delicious. And it was far superior. The Balboa Bar, far superior to the frozen banana, I'll have you know. All right, so let's see. What did we unlock? We unlocked the god. So that little hammer there from that god, he gives you, just like the archer god gives you enhanced archery, the hammer god, the builder god, he gives you enhanced protection. When you build walls, it will have a special protection effect. All right, let's go to Island 3. We're just going to get set up here on day 1 of Island 3, and then we're going to... Why are you pointing me this way? What are you doing? Yeah, I was going to say, there's no reason for you to point me that way. Everyone's going this way. All right, we're going to start our camp. And look at our new recruits that are sitting here. I'm going to do 1 archer, and I'm going to do... Here you go, dude. Well, why are these knights hungry? I guess they need to be fed. All right, and then we got 1 builder. And let's start clearing some trees here. And we start all over again on island number 3. Now, this is a farm that can be built really close, which is nice. The question is, where can I do my exterior wall to protect that farm? Looks like right there, where I'm standing, there's a place for a wall. And let's see how close that is to the portal. Let's get my archer god going here. Let's see how close to the portal we are. Here's our masonry. Yeah, that looks like a good place for an exterior wall. Actually, I could even build the exterior wall right there. Nah, that's too close to the portal. Okay, cool. This is all very good news. This is a good geography on this island. Let me graze here so I can run back without any problem. I'm going to be able to build a farm here. It looks like on this island, having a farm will come in handy since the farm is so dang close to the central hub. Although, again, my instinct is always to just build up archers as much as possible. But this ain't too bad. Let me continue clearing, though, because I do like to have nice hunting ground to start with. Yeah, but see how close that farm is so close to the center of town that it makes me feel like it's just begging me to build a farm. Let's see what's on the immediate west side. Oh, we have a recruitment camp right here. Come on, vagrants, get a job. What else is over here? Well, let's get this free gold. Always happy to take free money. It's like Biden's student loan bailout, right? It's free money. Why not take it? Didn't want to have to run from him, so it's worth one coin to just get him out of my hair. What else is over here? There's my portal. Let's see what is past. All right, let's go ahead and get our map intelligence here, so we can move on to the next island if we have to. Let's keep checking out this side. Now, on our first two islands, it was the dock that was on the furthest side, the westernmost side of the island, which, of course, as we've learned, is actually easternmost. This is our building god. Let's go ahead and do that. It's gonna give our stronger walls. I don't want to waste too much money on it right now. We've got a second recruitment camp. And, see, on this island, we got a third portal. Good to know. All right, and on this island, this is where the mountain is, as you can see in the dark there. So we will be launching our ship on the east side of this island. Did I count right? Is that 3 portals? No, that's 2 portals. Let's, why is it so many? Dang, I'm out of money. Uh-oh. No bueno. I sure hope I don't get caught up with any greed. Otherwise, I'll lose my crown. This is dangerous. You don't want to be behind the portals without any gold in your purse. This is how you can lose your crown. This is a stupid move. Don't know why I did it. I have been burned before, but this time it looks like I'm safe. All right, I was wrong. It's not 3 portals, 2 portals. So 2 portals on the west side of the island. Or is it 3? No, it's 2 portals. Sorry, dude, I'm out of money. I'll have to recruit you later. See, I have to graze. That's what happens with the horse when he gets exhausted and you haven't grazed him. You try to make him sprint and he recoils, he bucks at you. Very upsetting. All right. Got a lot of people without jobs. How was our hunting here, people? Did we get any hunting done? Yes, we did. Nice. My hunters never let me down. Let's expand a little more here. And let's build up our walls. And then we are going to call it a day. We will pick up where we left off here on day 3 or day 2 on this island. On this island. There's a Broadway musical called Once on This Island. And so I'm just evoking that. It takes place in the Caribbean. And once on this island is how the narrator begins. And I'm sure I just offended somebody from the Caribbean by trying to mimic their accent. But you know what? I really can't control who I offend, so I'm just going to go ahead and be me. All right, we've chopped down some trees here. And we're looking good. So as I said, I could build an exterior wall right there if I wanted to build a farm and continue to expand my hunting ground there to the east. But I'm not sure. I don't know if I need to do that or not. My instinct is to build a farm right there because it's so close. But let's see. All right. This is a good time to stop. We're going to save. And we'll pick up where we left off on our next stream. Thanks. I hope this was fun. We got a lot done. Kingdom's New Lands. So far, the good news is I haven't died yet, which is nice. We've been able to make it up to island number 3, and it's day just finishing day 2 on island number 3. So we'll pick up there next time. Hope you had fun. I hope you're enjoying this game as much as I do, especially because I can play it and just sort of get into this zone where we can talk about anything, and you can lend comments as you wish to. We can talk about that. Anyway, cool. Have a great day. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back. I'll do another stream probably tomorrow morning.